We were born in the valley of the dead and of the wicked, that our father's father found, and where we laid him down. We were born in the shadow of the crimes of our fathers. Blood was our inheritance. No, we did not ask for this. Will you lead me? When I called, they did not listen, though. So when they called, I would not listen thus. In the howling wind came a stinging rain. See it driving nails into the souls on the tree of pain. From the firefly, a red-orange glow. See the face of fear running scared in the valley below. Gwine to run all night, gwine to run all day. Camptown ladies never sang all the doo-dah day. No, no, no. Now you know, if someone stood up in a crowd and raised his voice up way out loud and waved his arm and shook his leg, you'd notice him. If someone in the movie show yelled, "Fire in the second row! This whole place is a powder keg!" you'd notice him. And even without clucking like a hen, everyone gets noticed now and then. Unless, of course, that personage should be invisible, inconsequential me. Cellophane. Mr. Cellophane. Should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. Let's flash that buttery gold, jittery zeitgeist, wither by the watering hole. What a patrol! What are we to Hart Huckabee, art fuckery suddenly? Not enough young in his lungs for the water wings. Colorfully vulgar poacher, out of mulch, like I'm a pull the pulse out of soldier and bolt. Fine. Sign of the time we elapse, when a primate climb up a spine and attach eye for an eye by the bog life swamps and vines. They get a rise out of frogs and flies, so when a dog fights hog-tied prize, sort of costs a life. The mouth's water on a fork and knife, and the allure isn't right. No score on a war-torn beach, where the cash cow's actually beef. Blood turns wine when it leaks for police like, that's not a riot, it's a feast. Let's eat. Don't remind me. I'm minding my own damn business. Don't try to find me. I'm better left alone than in this. It doesn't surprise me. Do you really think that I could care? If you really don't like me, find somebody else. It could be anyone else out there. Like the ghost of Stephen Foster at the Hotel Paradise. Here is what I told him as I gazed into his eyes. Rooms were made for carpets, towers made for spires, ships were made for cannonades to fire off from inside them. Now, if you never had a day a snow cone couldn't fix, you wouldn't relate to the rogue vocoder Blitz, how he spoke through a no-dose motor on the fritz, 'cause he wouldn't play rollover fetch like a bitch, and express no regrets, though he isn't worth a homeowner's piss to the jokers who pose by the glitz. Fine. Sign of the swine in the swarm. When a king is a whore who comply and conform, miles outside of the eye of the storm, with a siphon to lure out a prize and award, while avoiding the vile and bizarre that is violence and war. True blue triumph is more like, wait, let it snake up out of the centerfold. Let it break the walls of Jericho. Ready, go. Sat where the old cardboard city folk swapped tails with heads like every other penny throw. In the locust wind comes a rattle and hum. Jacob wrestled the angel, and the angel was overcome. You plant a demon seed. You raise a flower of fire. You see them burning crosses. You see the flames higher and higher. And I see, and I see, and I see the holdout boy and the weather girl know the wind moves in a patient way like a 2-decade day. Don't remind me. I'm minding my own damn business. Don't try to find me. I'm better left alone than in this. It doesn't surprise me. Do you really think that I could care? If you really don't like me, find somebody else. It could be anyone else out there. Maybe the man in the mouth of a drain, laughing and chewing erasers like a black dog in the snow. It was the ghost of Stephen Foster at the Hotel Paradise. This is what I told him as I gazed into his eyes. Ships were made for sinking, whiskey made for drinking. If we were made of cellophane, we'd all get stinking drunk much faster. I tell ya, cellophane, Mr. Cellophane, should have been my name, Mr. Cellophane, 'cause you can look right through me, walk right by me, and never know I'm there. It is a symmetrical foot in my mouth, and my high-speed legs, my knee-jerks, a mark of distinction. It's an elevator put on. Count my dollars, only one, and count it again, 1, 1, 1. You can't count it when you're dead. No. I keep a pure nose, write in relief and sleep again, and I get in the hole with my new friend's friend, and he can't believe his eyes, and he can't find his pen. This guy comes up to me, his face red like a rose on a thorn bush, like all the colors of a royal flush, and he's peeling off those dollar bills, slapping them down, 100, 200. And I can see those fighter planes, across the mud huts where the children sleep, through the alleys of a quiet city street. You take the staircase to the first floor, turn the key, and slowly unlock the door, as a man breathes into a saxophone, and through the walls you hear the city groan. Outside is America. We were young when we heard the call, our names in the silence, like a fire in the dark, like a sword upon our hearts. We came down to the water, and we begged for forgiveness, shadows lurking close behind. We were fleeing for our lives. Will you lead me? Because we are your friends. You'll never be alone again. Well, come on. We will do no wrong. We will tell no lies. A deceitful tongue will not be found in our mouths. We will eat and lie down, and no one will make us afraid. Now write in relief and sleep again, and you can't believe your eyes, and you can't find your pen, and the man in the hole is your new friend's friend. And I see, and I see. Across the field I see the sky ripped open, see the rain through a gaping wound, pounding on the women and children who run into the arms of America. And the meteorological man, with a whirlwind girl, and a mote in the sun, and a squid in a bag, and a raccoon hat, and a talking plant, and a careful goat in a sewer system shaft. If this is it, if this is all there is, I hope you live. If there's no end, and we are infinite, still I hope you live. Okay. Woke to a grocery list. Goes like this. Duty and death. Anyone object, come stand in the way. You could be my Little Snake River Canyon today. And I ran with a chain of commands and a jetpack strapped where the backstop lands, if it can. Fine. Sign of the vibe in the crowd. When I cut a belly open to find what climbs out, that's quite a bit of gusto he mustered up to make a dark horse rush like enough's enough. It must have struck a nerve, so they huff and puff, till all the king's men fluster and clusterfuck, and it's a beautiful thing. To my people who keep an impressive wingspan, even when the cubicles shrink, you got to pull up the intruder by the root of the weed. New York chew through the machine, and I will remember their names and faces on the day they are judged by the Blue Council cast, and I will rejoice in their fall from grace with a cane to the sky shouting, "You shall not pass."